Welcome back to the Daily Learning Depot. Today we will be looking at Canada's worst serial killer. If you want to see more videos like this one, leave us a comment down below. The story of Canada's worst serial killer starts off in 1949 in the city of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. A family of pig farmers welcomed their newborn son home named Robert Willie Pickton. Robert and his younger brother, David Francis Pickton, began working at the farm at an early age, and their mother was very demanding, prioritizing the pigs over the brothers' personal hygiene, and forcing them to work long hours raising the farm's livestock. She frequently sent them to school in filthy clothes that reeked of manure, earning the brothers the nickname Stinky Piggy from their classmates. Pickton was very close to his mother and had little contact with his abusive father. Pickton struggled in school, and after failing the second grade, he was placed in a special class. Pickton began raising a calf at the age of 12 and it became his beloved pet. 2 weeks later, after failing to locate it after school, he was directed to the barn, where he was heartbroken to discover it had been slaughtered. In 1963, he dropped out of school and began working as a meat cutter. He did so for almost 7 years before leaving to work full-time on the farm. Pickton and his two siblings inherited the family pig farm in 1994 and 1995, selling portions of their inherited land and earning a total of 5.16 million Canadian dollars. Pickton was charged with attempted murder on March 23, 1997, for stabbing prostitute Wendy Lynn Eistetter numerous times during an altercation at the property. Pickton had shackled Eistetter, but she had escaped after suffering many lacerations, according to Eistetter. 12. She claimed she disarmed him and stabbed him with his firearm. Pickton went to Eagle Ridge Hospital for treatment, while Eistetter was treated at the nearby emergency room. On January 27, 1998, the attempted murder accusation against Pickton was postponed because Eistetter had drug addiction concerns and prosecutors feared her testimony would be too unstable to help win a conviction. Furthermore, in 1992, his brother, David Pickton, was convicted of sexual assault and sentenced to 30 days in jail. In that case, the woman informed police that David had assaulted her in his caravan at the pig farm, but she had managed to flee. The brothers had begun to neglect the site's farming operations and in 1996 registered the Piggy Palace Good Times Society as a non-profit charity with the Canadian government, claiming to organize, coordinate, manage, and operate special events, functions, dances, shows, and exhibitions on behalf of service organizations and sports organizations. It hosted raves and wild parties with Vancouver sex workers, as well as gatherings at a converted abattoir on the farm at 953 Dominion Avenue in Port Coquitlam. These events drew as many as 2,000 people, and Hells Angels were known to frequent the property. On February 6, 2002, police executed a search warrant at the Pickton property for illicit firearms. Both Pickton brothers were detained, and police got a second warrant to investigate the farm as part of the BC Missing Women investigation based on what they saw on the site. Personal belongings of missing women were discovered at the farm. 25 more murders were added over the following year. On March 10, 2004, the government revealed that Pickton may have ground up human flesh and mixed it with pork that he sold to the public. The province's health authority later issued a warning. Because of a lack of evidence, Pickton was found not guilty on 6 counts of first-degree murder but guilty on 6 counts of second-degree murder by a jury on December 9, 2007. After hearing 18 victim impact statements, British Columbia Supreme Court Judge Justice James Williams sentenced Pickton to life in prison without the chance of release for 25 years on December 11, 2007. His appeal was denied in 2008 and he remains behind bars as of August 2023. If you enjoyed today's videos, leave a like, subscribe and drop a comment down below.